And whenever you're ready.
I'm Roxana Johnson. I'm 29. I have competed in pageants since I was 7. I've done over 75 total. I now have my little girl, Kylan, who is 4, competing in pageants and following in Mama's footsteps, because we know that's what she loves to do.
So tell me, what's the most fun part about working in pageants with Kylan?
I think it's just our bonding time. You know, we get to spend time before and after together, and she obviously has a blast, and it's rhinestoning costumes and finding dresses, and you know, we just have a lot of mom and daughter time, whether it's in the car driving or at a hotel, or you know, it's just all about mom and Kylan.
So tell me about your sister.
My sister was the Miss Iowa Teen USA 2011. We got to travel to not only to Vegas to watch Miss USA, but we also went to the Bahamas to watch Miss Teen USA. None of her pageant sisters won, unfortunately, but we had a great time going, and actually one of Rochelle's pageant sisters, Miss North Dakota Teen USA, was first runner-up, and she loves Kylan, so we had a blast with that.
Awesome. So tell me about, so you obviously have done a ton of pageants, and you've done, basically your sister's, would you say you're your sister's manager?
Yeah, we joke about it, that I'm Rochelle's manager, and you know, when it comes to finding talent agencies and stuff for her, I'm always like, all right, do you want me to find your paperwork and your pictures and do whatever needs to be done? So yeah, I definitely help manage her too.
So tell me a little more. Tell me about, I would say that you're someone who has a real competitive edge when it comes to the pageant world. Tell me about that.
We are competitive. We are in it to win it. And we do everything it takes, from coaching to tanning to the dresses and the rhinestones. We will practice at home, you know, and I'm not one of those overbearing moms, though. I find fun ways to do it at home so that we're not just making her hate it. She's also like, you know,
I want to get in the picture.
You're on the picture. There you are. Yay! So tell me, give me your honest critique of the children's pageant world as it is right now.
I think they need to be more fashion forward. They're stuck in an era of glitz and rhinestones and little white shoes and little socks and a lot of everything that and they're not well run, and they cancel, and they just have a gamut of problems that need to be fixed before they can feed into things like Miss Universe and Miss Teen USA. Miss Teen USA is so fashion forward. Miss USA is so fashion forward. They're working with the best photographers in the industry. They're not doing retouches. And if they would start their portfolios and start using what they actually need instead of just what everyone's telling them to use and doing it the way everyone's done it, then maybe the industry would be farther ahead than what it is right now. Because right now, you can't take a glitz girl without totally retraining her and turn her into a Miss USA.
Yeah, that's actually really true, isn't it? So do you think that maybe you and your sister could run your own pageants, child pageants?
We would love to someday.
So tell me that as a whole sentence. My sister and I would love to.
My sister and I would love to run our own pageant system someday. You know, and change things up. There are so many things about the industry that just aren't working. People don't understand either that you have to buy the best dress to be able to win the crown. You don't just get to go in there and go with a $200 dress and expect to win. It doesn't work that way. Even if your child is fabulous and shining, you have to make her shine and be more fabulous.
So what's the, tell me about it, I didn't ask you before, like where'd you get the purple dress that you guys brought?
We actually bought it through eBay, and it was used. And so it cost me a total of $300, and then I just went and stoned it a lot more and added a lot more to it and made it, you know, something that she's proud of and she loves, and she's seen Mom working on a lot, so she really enjoys it.
Kylan, can I ask you a question?
What?
If you and Eden were competing together in a pageant, who would win?
Me.
Really? You would win? Why?
Because I'm beautiful and I have blue eyes and so pretty.
Oh, good. Okay, well, that sounds reasonable. Do you think Eden could teach you something about being in pageants? She's done a lot. Do you think you could learn from her?
Sure.
Sure? Okay, good. If she told you how to walk differently, would you do it?
Yep.
Yep.
My little baby. Mommy's my baby.
So, tell me how doing the pageants, is your husband supportive?
He is and he isn't. Like, he's not supportive when it comes to the financial end of it. You know, he obviously doesn't show her necessarily that. You know, and at home, when we get home, he loves that she's won, and he supports her that way. But as far as, wanting us to do more, he definitely doesn't want us to do any more.
So you told me earlier you made your husband a promise. What was that promise?
That we wouldn't do any more pageants for a full year.
You think you're gonna do that or not really?
And there's no way. She'll talk Daddy into it, and that's just it. She's the one that's got to be the one pushing him. I can't push him because it's got to come from her, and the drive's always got to come from her.
Yeah, that's very true. But you yourself have it. So tell me about your, what do you do for a living?
I own 2 competitive dance studios. We travel all over Iowa and Minnesota and compete, and I have about 50 students that compete. And we put together everything from props and productions to rhinestoning costumes on a daily basis and solos, and we're busy.
Yeah. So, and how many total students do you have?
About 350.
So, I mean, you're able to run 2 dance studios with 350 students. I mean, do you think you could make it pretty big if you decided to become a pageant entrepreneur?
Yeah, I definitely think that. I mean, it's not just me though. It's my mom. It's my sisters. They're all involved in it. Like, this is a family thing. This isn't something we just do on a whim. This is what we've grown up knowing and loving. It's not just dance. It's also dance and pageants, but we do it all together, and that's what makes us successful in it too, is that it's something we really want to do.
Great. What other questions, Eugene? Okay, great. Bye, guys.